Stay here.
What?
I absolutely love that interaction, and honestly, who can blame Daryl for responding that way? What's Merle gonna go get himself into? Let's go find out. Let's go find out what our wacky sitcom brother is gonna get himself into. So there are a lot of stores at the side of the street here, and you can freely explore them and find a ton of healing items and other useful goodies, but we already have so many healing items, not really worth the trouble. Still, worth pointing out that if you were playing this game and you were low on healing items, you could scavenge the building to look for more. Of course, there's also the risk that you'll get hurt while you're scavenging for items, but it's still nice that they give you the opportunity to explore. For us, though, we're just going to clear a path straight to the saloon where Merle headed, because he told us to stay put, but we know better than that.
Merle! What the hell?
Don't kill me, brother.
I ain't your brother.
It wasn't my idea to sell you out, I swear it.
Oh, I believe you, Ash. You're too damn chicken shit to cross me. Now why don't you tell me where the rest of the club's at?
Out, man. Looking for stuff.
Oh, damn it, Merle! This whole trip was just for your stash?
Quit your belly aching, you're giving me a headache, son.
Jess was right about you, you selfish son of a bitch.
Ah, don't be that way. Look, I kept that crossbow of yours.
Man, you just don't get it, do you?
Uh-oh. Hey! Merle's here! Come on, grab all the shit! We gotta get to Merle before he can ride!
Where's my blade? They took everything?
Okay, so maybe I was wrong. Maybe staying where Merle told us to was a better idea, but it's too late now. Live and learn.
You got something.
Anyway, we now have our crossbow, which is the best gun in the game, which isn't saying a lot. The only other weapon we currently have is our knife, and all of our healing items are also missing. This means this is theoretically one of the most difficult parts of the game, because all we have to defend ourselves with is the weakest weapon in the game and our crossbow. But I've gotten a lot more used to the knife's timing, so it's not all that bad. The crossbow isn't all that bad either, but I'd still prefer the knife over the crossbow, which is saying something, considering the crossbow is supposed to be Daryl's signature weapon, and this entire section is supposed to be a tutorial for the crossbow. QuickTime event. This one always seems to trigger too. I don't believe the zombies infinitely spawn during this segment, which is good because we're not adequately equipped to deal with infinitely spawning zombies right now. There are a couple of different routes you can take to get to Merle. We're just going to take the one I'm most familiar with. You can also sneak past quite a few of the zombies. Like there's a group back there that was eating some of the bikers, but we're going to ignore them entirely. A lot of crossbow bolts just lying around. Why are they here? Someone just firing random crossbow bolts inside the building, or what? Why are they lying around? I think if you really put your effort into it, you could kill a walker in one stab with your hunting knife. It's a hunting knife. That's what it's for, killing people. As was clearly demonstrated, we just assassinated one from behind with one blow, so I don't think Daryl's stabbing as hard as he could from the front. Otherwise, we would be killing these guys a lot easier. So here's where Merle's biker gang ended up. They've been eaten alive. And this is probably the place you're intended to use the crossbow the most. There's a lot of walkers in a big open area, and if you time your crossbow bolts properly, you can snipe them all in the head and then just rush in to grab your goods. And I suppose that's somewhat satisfying, but I would still prefer to be using the baseball bat. Can't wait to get that back. And it's over here next to this bag. Along with all our healing items, of course. And a sledgehammer, which we still haven't used yet. After we pick up all our junk, a bunch of zombies will spawn behind us, and a couple more will be in front of our exit door. We're just gonna knock them out of the way real quick and walk on through here and back to our car. Oh, hey, look. It's a familiar face. We're gonna clear out all the zombies with our bat, which is what I would have wanted to do anyway. and rescue this woman who looks strangely familiar. I know it seems rather weird for there to be recurring characters in a video game that's barely 2 hours long, but...
Over here, hillbilly!
Saved your ass at the diner. Do I look like your bitch?
Not in that outfit.
What? Oh, hell no.
Wait, oh, come on. I was only teasing.
Hey, where's that bag you promised me at the diner?
We haven't even gone on a date.
What?
Give a girl a ride and we'll talk.
Let's go, before I change my mind.
Now this should be a location I'm plenty familiar with. I know exactly where they hide all the fuel here. It's in a bunch of train cars. So in the narrative up until this point, we've basically just been doing whatever Merle said. When we first had Jess, our objective was to find Merle, and then after we found Merle, we just did whatever Merle wanted. But now that Merle's gone, we're really just kinda lost. Thankfully, we just picked up another secondary character that will inevitably tell Daryl where to go, because otherwise we would be completely without purpose. Just be wandering around aimlessly. I don't know if it's an intentional narrative theme, but aside from the very beginning where Daryl actively decides to look for Merle, he spends most of the game just doing what everyone else tells him to do. I also don't know if this is accurate to the TV series. Is this Daryl that we're playing in Survival Instinct? Is he accurate to TV Daryl? This is something I want to know. It's not like I'm ever going to watch The Walking Dead. This may be my only exposure to the TV series, aside from hearing it playing in other rooms while other people are watching it. It's not giving me the best impression of the series, but I would rather experience it in video game form than in linear format. You know, in general, even if the video game adaptation of something is really terrible, I tend to prefer that because I don't have to sit still. I mean, that's not to say the TV series can't be better than this game. It's probably incredibly likely that the TV series is better than this video game. But regardless of whether it's better, I would still prefer to play a video game. That has nothing to do with quality, that's just personal preference. I don't think anybody generally argues that this game is quality of any sort. I do have some things I genuinely like to praise about the game, like the acting seems okay. And in the cutscenes, the characters' body movements seem alright, like when they gesture to certain objects and stuff, those seem accurate to what I would expect from some person in that situation. But my exposure to video game animation has mainly come from PS2 games. I mostly play PS2 games, so my standards may be a little low for this game, which came out in 2013 on the PS3. Like, if you could go back and watch GTA 3 or GTA Vice City's cutscenes and then come back and watch the cutscenes in this, that's basically the jump we're going through here. It looks better than that, so... I mean, what do I know? Animating shit's probably really fucking hard. You ever try to draw shit? Just trying to draw shit is really hard. I can't imagine how hard animating must be. Even if it's in 3D, you still gotta make the model first. Like, that's gotta be a pain in the ass.
You don't say a whole lot, do you?
Nope.
Right, so I'm Anna Turner, but all my friends call me Scout. Look, about leaving the diner, I had to get my friend to a hospital. You got people depending on you, you need to push on. My dad's a sheriff, so I was helping with what I could. Scrounging supplies, helping people.
So what happened?
He made me promise to get to the evacuation at Palmetto Estates. Said he was pulling his deputies and would meet me there.
That's the best plan I heard all week.